भैया the next question. Earlier path was simple. Only have today. Now there are so many distractions. And so simple. How do I bring my mind back to the simple?
Yeah, bring it back as much as possible again and again. It is a practice. It does not happen overnight, you know. So now your mind has got distracted into so many things. Bring it back with practice. And it takes, Guruji says, you know, sometimes your mind is so diversified in so many things, so many happenings, that it is very difficult to bring it back all at once. So it has to be done in a slow, gradual manner. You can't, you know, like a New Year resolution till 31st December, you're indulging in your bad habits, and 1st January you say, now for the rest of my life, I'm not going to indulge in it. So what happens? Few days you're able to keep away, abstain from whatever you want to do or don't want to do, and 1 or 2 weeks later you're back to square one, isn't it? Why? Because it was a very drastic change, isn't it? So gradual change. Suppose you're indulging in something 7 days a week, make it a habit that Mondays I'm not going to indulge in it. Then comfortably for 2-3 months you're able to abstain from that activity on Mondays. Then add another day, maybe Thursday or Friday. Then add one more day. Then add one more day. You know, go very gradual, and over a period of 1 year, 2 years, maybe 4-5 years also sometimes, in some cases, you come out of it. Okay, and then what will help is your spiritual practices. Every day do your sadhana, Sudarshan Kriya, meditation. Once in 3-4 months, do your advanced meditation program. Okay, so that will help. You know, it's a gradual process, and all these practices, you know, what I feel is our sadhana should be three-pronged. So first is the Sudarshan Kriya. As much as possible, do your Sudarshan Kriya regularly. Second is the Sahaj Samadhi Dhyan. Okay, so do that as much regularly as possible, and then once in 3-4 months do an advanced meditation program. Okay, so your practices has to comprise all these three things. Then it makes complete. It's like, you know, you don't have bread every day, no, or roti every day. You have some dal chawal. Dal and chawal go together. So Sahaj and Sudarshan Kriya is like the dal chawal, you know. And then once in a while you feast. Your feasting is your advanced meditation program. So at least once in 3-4 months do an advanced meditation program. So your sadhana will help. And then doing seva, satsang, as much as possible. You know, now internet has made it possible. So many other teachers, Swamijis, Gurudev are having so many programs. So you connect with one of the programs, few of the programs. So when your mind is attracted to these things, then automatically all the other distractions are dropped. Okay. So Dhruv, somebody sent a question to me here on the question box. I'll just read that question also.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't feel like doing any spiritual practices. What to do? If you don't feel like doing spiritual practices, then this is the time to start doing your spiritual practices. Okay. Now, when children are young, they don't feel like brushing their teeth, but the parents use different tricks. You know, sometimes they will convince them, sometimes they will pressure them. In some severe circumstances, in India especially, it may not happen in the West anymore. But we got a little smack on the face, or a scolding, or whatever, and we developed that habit. No. So our parents, even if they are alive, now we are grown up, so they might not be able to use those tricks. So somebody has to become your parent. So you become your own parent. You have to force yourself. Tell yourself that the day I don't do sadhana, I don't do these practices, I will not have food also. And you know, you have to do sadhana with a sense of commitment. And that commitment is beyond feelings. If you feel good, I will do sadhana. If I'm not feeling good, I will not do sadhana. That is at the feeling level. Then your life will be will be full of ups and downs. But commitment will bring stability to you in other aspects of your life, not only your sadhana, but other aspects of your life also. So you have to do certain things with a sense of commitment. You went to school. Sometimes you understood what the teachers were saying. Sometimes you did not understand, but you continued going, no? And that is why you educated yourself. So it's the same thing. You're not feeling like doing sadhana. You do it. You go with a sense of commitment. It will happen. Okay. So good. Next question.
Is it connected, which I'll take up? Why should how does it affect my daily life, my goals, all the things?
No, your voice totally cracked, Dhruv. I could not hear.
Where there is a connected question, and the question is, why should we meditate? How does it improve my daily life, my goals, and all the regular things I need and want?
See, what happens when you are happy? What is the state of your mind? Relaxed or disturbed? Obviously, it is relaxed, isn't it? What is the state of the body? When you are happy, it is enthusiastic or lethargic? Obviously, enthusiastic, right? So when you are happy, your mind is more relaxed and your body is more enthusiastic and energetic. And these are the two things which are required at both these levels. At the mind level, we need to be relaxed to do any work. And at the body level, we need to be more energetic and enthusiastic. And that happiness is bringing it to you. Isn't it? So in the same way, to achieve, do whatever or solve any problems in life, to achieve whatever, happiness is the required ingredient. Okay, happiness is the means. Usually what do we say? When I achieve certain things in my life, certain goals in my life, I will be happy. When I solve certain problems in my life, I will be happy. Isn't it? So every time we say, I get this thing or I get that thing and I will be happy, it is like telling the doctor, I will take the medicines, but after I get all right. So medicines are required for us to become all right. In the same way, happiness is required to make all the situations better in our life. So happiness is not the goal. For many of us, it has become the goal. When I do these things, then I will become happy. No. Happiness, when you become happy, then you will be able to do everything in life better. And that is what meditation and spiritual practices is helping you do. That is why you should meditate. And see, if you don't want to do, it's your life, it's your choice. But then, after having learnt all these things, if you don't use, then you cannot blame anyone else for not being happy. Isn't it? We complain, no, this person created this hurdle for me, that is why I'm unhappy. They spoiled my plans, that is why I'm unhappy. That person said so and so things to me, such and such things to me, that is why I'm unhappy. Isn't it? So we are constantly blaming people. But now, having learnt all these things, and if you don't practice this, then who's to blame? All these things are there for you to handle such situations in life, and you have not used them. So why blame anyone else? So then stop blaming others. Know that you are responsible for the state of your life, nobody else. And if you're taking full responsibility of your life, then you will recognize that your meditation and your practices are the driving force for everything in your life. Only with that sense of responsibility towards yourself will the need to do Sudarshan Kriya and meditation be strong. It simply means that you're not responsible for your own life. That's all. Fine, you don't want to take responsibility, then don't expect anyone else to take responsibility. Good, be in that whatever, what do you say, whirlpool called life. Go round in circles and know that you are responsible for it. That's all. Okay, one last question, Dhruv.
Hi, dear. Next question. How to be at ease with whatever situation, especially don't like?
Yeah, all this knowledge is for that only, no? Do your daily practices, do your Sudarshan Kriya, do your meditation. Then we have so many points in the Art of Living, happiness program, then the advanced meditation program. So whenever you remember, you do keep on doing that. And keep on doing your daily practices. Whether you inculcate other things or not, your daily practices itself will make it automatic, all the other things. When your energy levels are high, then things don't affect you. Only when your energy levels are low, then things start affecting you. Okay? So all your meditation, advanced meditation program and everything else, sadhana, seva, satsang, helps you maintain those energy levels. And when you are high on energy, then things don't bother you so much. They don't affect you so much. Okay. So good. Any other questions we have, Dhruv? Or
Bhaiya, we about like
we'll take them next time, no problem.
okay.
Okay. So it was wonderful having all of you here for this lovely session. The interest which you are showing keeps us going. So keep on showing interest. Keep on giving us that inspiration that we need to continue. Okay. And if you have liked this program, spread the word. Let other people also know about this program. From tomorrow morning, India time 6:30, I am starting group sadhana, which I will be conducting 7 days a week. Okay, so if you would like to get back into the habit of doing your practices, Sudarshan Kriya, and with a little difference, every day we are going to do different types of exercises. Sudarshan Kriya is going to remain common every time, but there are so much more things we can do, different exercises to strengthen the body, relax the mind. So what I would say is, if you want to become an overall fit person, not only physically fit, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually fit, then group sadhana is the place to be in every day. Okay. So it was nice spending time with you. Till the next program, bye bye and all the best. Good night and Jai Gurudev.
Jai Guru.